Rating every Disney animated film. Dinosaur.
And what is your fate?
To die here. It's the way things are.
Well, this was a judgment call, because Dinosaur isn't considered part of the canon in Europe, where I am, if you can't tell by the voice and disdain for the US medical system, but I'm choosing to review this instead of the European entry The Wild, because I remember seeing it as a child and enjoying it, and then being baffled when the unshaved mouse slated it. So I wanted to see if it was really that bad.
What you need is a little help from the love monkey.
Anyway, this originated as a pitch by Paul Verhoeven, of all people, to create a dialogue-free stop-motion dinosaur film ending with their extinction at the end of the Cretaceous period. But then Jurassic Park came along and this thing stalled for years until it finally arrived in the form we know it as.
That, children, is what's known as a Jerkosaurus.
And it can technically be called Disney's first CGI film, even though it's only the dinosaurs that are animated, and the backdrops are live action. And as critical as I'm trying to be, knowing how most people dislike it, and how some of the crew involved disowned the final piece, I actually kind of enjoyed it. Yeah, sure, it's very derivative of The Land Before Time. Yeah, there's a lot of main characters. Yeah, the romance, if you can call it that, is underdeveloped, and yeah, the CGI looks a bit dated, but as a film it is more than watchable, and I didn't find it as much of a slog to get through some of the worst entries in the canon. I actually quite like Aladar as a protagonist, and I think D.B. Sweeney's voice work is pretty darn good.
If we scatter, they'll pick us up! Stand together!
I didn't find him bland like a lot of others seem to. Ema and Baleen were also a lot of fun, and I didn't mind Aladar's lemur family. Crone makes sense as a villain, and the late Samuel E. Wright delivers a really good performance.
As if a predator catches you, you're on your own. Move out!
I also give plenty of praise for having the Carnotaurs as the big baddies rather than a T-Rex. Their design is quite cool. Overall, while I'm not in a rush to call it a great film, it felt like it served its purpose, and I was engaged from beginning to end. 7 out of 10.